Well, welcome back to UFO Congress here in Laughlin, Nevada. And sitting with me is Alejandros. Now, have I got it right this time?
You added an S, Alejandro, but you're closer.
Do you know, every day I've been practicing. I'm just going to call him Ali. Ali, welcome. Give us your full name.
Alejandro Rojas.
The Rojas is easy. I can do that.
You got it.
Alejandro. And may I call you Ali?
Yes, that's fine.
New owners for UFO Congress. Now, this is exciting times, a transition period for a Congress that's been running for 19 years under the Brown family banner. It's become family. People are quite emotional this week about the change. What are Open Minds going to bring to this new style event from 2011?
Well, the great thing that we have access to now is all of the different media. We have a magazine. We've got a great popular website with news clips, video clips there. Also, we have a radio show that reaches the whole Phoenix metro area. So it's all of these media things that we have that we're able to throw into the mix to help market the event. I think that's a big one. Also, we have some funding where we're going to be able to do some new things, try to reach a new audience, and bring it to a larger populace.
Sounds like a great idea. Now, of course, Open Minds is quite well known for its own work that it's been doing before, as you say, publishing, and got a radio show similar to mine. Yours is on AM here in America. How did that all start?
Well, it all started with a vision that our boss, John Rayo, had. He really got involved. It was, I believe, the Crash Conference, he said. He was in Las Vegas. It's kind of a funny story. And his wife was there for a conference. And he was walking around looking for something to do, and he saw a UFO conference, and it was Ryan Wood's Crash Conference. And he decided, this looks ridiculous, but I'll just poke my head in and see what's going on. He poked his head in, and he was amazed at the caliber of the people speaking, what they had to say, and that this wasn't a bunch of crackpots in Star Trek uniforms. You know, this was serious people with suits and ties that were very intelligent and had amazing backgrounds in defense, in some cases, scientists, politicians, or things like that. So he got really inspired and dug into this thing. He started attending all of the conferences, and funny enough, I didn't realize it, but I had said hello a few times in passing at MUFON conferences. And so that's where his inspiration came from. Eventually, he decided, kind of like a lot of us do when we really get involved with this field, we think, man, there's a lot they could do that I can do better. And so he threw all of his efforts towards that. He's a successful businessman with several successful businesses, so he has the funds to put on the line to try to create this UFO media company.
Now, next year, the actual Congress is moving to Phoenix. Now, in England, it's always been known as the Laughlin Conference, and people come here because it's the Laughlin Conference. Now, it's got its good points and bad points. Obviously, it's cheap to stay here in Laughlin. The food's pretty cheap down here. Bad points, the shuttle from Las Vegas Airport, the swings and roundabouts. What do you think of the benefits going to be of having the conference, which is also going to be shorter, I believe, in Phoenix?
Well, that's a funny thing because, you know, when he asked me to become involved, and I had some involvement with MUFON, holding their symposiums, and then also a Roswell conference that we had done, he asked me to help him because he was going to run the Congress. So I was very excited about that. I had volunteered for the Congress before. It's an excellent event. And I was thinking, wow, what a wonderful thing to be a part of. Then I found out that he really wanted to move it. And I was just as shocked. It's the Laughlin Conference. That's what I call it myself. But, you know, he had some good points in bringing it to a larger population. Some of the feedback that he had received was that trip from the airport was long. He also had received feedback about the casino being with the hotel. Some people didn't like that piece to it. And he also felt that we would be able to get to a new audience if we were in an area that had a large population, such as Phoenix. It's actually the sixth largest population in the United States, the Phoenix metro area. So I think that those were all really good points. So he convinced me, we ran with it, and then we found an amazing location. One of the taglines I use for my radio show is bringing the UFO subject into the light of day. Because, of course, Coast to Coast is a big popular one. It's in the middle of the night. And a lot of times, we feel like we're kind of working in the shadows. And what I like is being bold and coming out. We're going to be in pretty much one of the premier locations in the Phoenix area. We're going to be catered to. We're going to have the whole location to us. And it's going to bring, I think, just a kind of a higher level that this is a professional, legitimate subject that we don't have to be shy about talking about. We don't have to be shy about being involved with, that we can be bold and out there because there are credible people that are interested in this. Some of the stories we've been focusing on are things such as Lawrence Rockefeller and Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton's involvement, John Podesta's involvement. I mean, these are the guys, some of them helping run the country right now. And they've had a history of being involved with the UFO subject. So it's something that we can and we're attempting to bring to the forefront. And I think moving the conference to kind of a higher scale place is going to be able to do that.
I think it sounds good, and the principles you've got, I'm sure will work, no problem. Again, the conference is a bit shorter. Do you think that's going to have a problem for international travellers, or are you planning other conferences for those?
That's a good point too. International travelers have made that point. One of the things, and that's one of the things I wanted to talk about some of the international travelers with, and we have been able to. And one of the things that they've actually seemingly we've been able to win them over with, and they've been excited about, is that they'll be able to come out for a week, but they'll have a few days prior or a few days after, whichever they choose, to do their own thing. Sedona is a very popular place, a beautiful, magical, spiritual place. They can go out there for a couple days before the conference. Also, Area 51 is not that far if they wanted to visit Area 51. Otherwise, the Scottsdale area with all of the reservations, Native American reservations, and with all of the other benefits it has, is a great area to spend a couple days in vacationing. So a couple people, even one gentleman was really excited about that, and he said, you know what, there's a couple observatories. I'm into astronomy that I would like to visit, so I'm going to come out a couple days early and visit those. And a couple other people say, well, I wanted to be able to spend a couple days vacationing, but I haven't been able to do that because we get right into the conference. So some people, luckily, we've had a good response from some of the international people. They like that idea to have a couple days off before they get into the conference.
I think I'm the same. I mean, I'd like to visit Sedona, and the last 2 years coming here, we've been planning a trip that will take us to Sedona, up through the Grand Canyon, up to Area 51, up to the Little Alien, and then back down, finishing off with a week here. And we've never managed to do it for various different reasons. So perhaps that's the thing to do next year.